everybody. So it's been a few days that I haven't done any videos, and it's been a busy weekend, and I've been out a few times over the weekend. Well, I've drank a couple of times over the weekend, and that's what I want to talk about today. Drinking on for anyone that's got depression, it can be a sense of relief at the start once you take it, or self-medicating as they call it. And certainly sometimes that's what I do. I self-medicate with alcohol. I think a lot of people that have depression self-medicate with alcohol, which is not always the best thing. It can lead later on in the night to darker thoughts and problems kind of thinking straight, and for me, my hallucinogenic side of bipolar is kind of amplified, which can leave me pretty irritable. That's not to say don't drink. You can still enjoy a drink. I would say it's more drinking to excess, drinking far too much, that causes that sort of side effect. Probably being, the way I am and the amount I suffer from depression and mania, you probably want to moderate how much you're actually drinking. And I don't drink every night, far from it. Maybe once or twice at the weekend, but I'm not drinking every night. But it can be an issue for some people where they depend on it, especially those who haven't taken antidepressants or mood stabilisers. That can be an issue for them, and it can be a way of they think it's a way of trying to control things, but in actual reality it's not. So it's quite I think it's quite a hot topic at the moment, self-medication as far as alcohol goes. Luckily I've got I obviously take medication to control all these things, but it doesn't mean that I'm not immune to kind of feeling that way when I drink. For instance, last Saturday night I probably had a wee bit too much to drink and didn't feel great. Whereas I'm out this Saturday night and I know that I won't drink as much as I did last weekend, and I'll be fine. I'll be able to keep it together. I'll be able to keep it under control. Not that I didn't keep it under control last week, because I did. But what I mean is kind of inside my head, I can keep things under control. So that's what I just wanted to talk about today. It was something that when I was in the pub on Saturday, I was thinking about as I drank. And for me, I like the taste of beer, and I like trying different beers and stuff, so but on the Saturday night, I think I'd been agitated before I went out. I'm starting to come into a period of depression, which is not a surprise because I've just had quite a longish period of mania, and I'm taking my medication all the time, but the medication won't stop the depression, but it will make it more manageable. Although I did, sorry to go off topic, but I have read an article today on antidepressants saying that they can cause people with bipolar to become manic. So I'll need to bring that up with the psychiatrist the next time I see them, which is, I think I see the NHS one on Wednesday and the private one in a few weeks' time. Anyway, back to the point. I generally enjoy the taste of alcohol, the beer. I love trying different beers, but sometimes I can drink when I feel my medication's not working, but it is working. It's just that I don't, I've got this kind of thing in my head feeling that I don't, when I forget that an antidepressant's not going to stop you getting depressed, but it's going to help you to manage it. So instead of the curve going right down to the bottom, you're going to curve much shallower. If you think of depression being the bottom of the curve, that curve's going to be a lot shallower and much easier to handle. And lucky for me as well, and for a lot of other people out there, I've got a very supportive wife who kind of has taken a while to get used to bipolar, but she really helps me now and supports me and gives me love, and always tends to always know when there's something wrong. she's kind of picked up the signals and the signs that I may not be feeling very well, or that I'll need her help, which is fantastic, because I think the bipolar diagnosis at the start was a bit of a not a shock to everybody, but obviously dealing with that kind of diagnosis is not just tough on the person who has it, but also those around them as well. So I shall leave it for today and speak to you in the next few days.